Good afternoon. My name is Derek Sifton. I'm president of Toronto Airways Limited. We own and operate the Toronto Buttonville Municipal Airport.
So how long is this airport?
How long has this airport been here? We've owned it for in excess of 45 years. We believe there was an airport here in the late 40s. And back when we first got involved 46 years ago, it was a grass strip and a metal hangar, and as the city of Toronto has grown up around us, we have grown, and we're now one of the 10th busiest airports in the country.
Okay, so
We do about 165,000 aircraft movements a year, which is a movement is a takeoff or a landing, and we're approximately the 10th busiest in the country. And we employ directly about 350 employees on the airport, about a total of 550 direct and indirect jobs in the aviation industry, and if you include hotels and restaurants and etc., it's probably closer to 1,500 or 1,800 jobs that are affected here. The other thing you should be aware of is that annually we provide economic impact to the local communities to the tune of $96 million a year. Users are varied. We're part of what we call general aviation, which is very different than the Air Canadas of the world. People that are using the facility on a daily basis would be York Regional Police helicopters based here, the OPP, RCMP, Toronto Police. We have CTV helicopters based here, various traffic operations like Daryl Dahmer and Russ Holden from CHFI and 680 News, and Rob Valentine from CFRB is based here. We have a multitude of charter companies and aircraft owners that use their aircraft for corporate use. And we're also one of the largest flight training schools in the country of our own use. Yeah, we were getting about 1.6 from the Greater Toronto Airports Authority, and as of April of this year, it was suspended and cut off. We then approached John Baird and Jim Flaherty at the federal government, primarily because airports and aviation is a federal jurisdiction, so we talked to them to see what we could do to maintain that, and they basically turned us down. Primarily, a good part of it is probably because of we're privately owned and operated. Most airports of our caliber and size are owned by the municipality or province or the state as in the United States, and they basically said no to us, and they have painted us into a box at this point that we have no other alternative other than to look at redevelopment of the property, and that's where we're moving forward at this point. While we were under a capacity maintenance agreement with the Greater Toronto Airports Authority, that was say 8 or 9 years into it, and prior to that the province was supporting us for about 8 years. Prior to the Greater Toronto Airports Authority being formed and involved with us, we did have a funding arrangement with the province of Ontario. To be economically viable, we need that, and that's justified tying up this valuable piece of property running an airport. As we go forward, we have to figure out where we're at, but it's with what we know today. We need to move forward on redevelopment, and that's our focus at this point. I don't think that would ever happen. It was explored a long time ago, but I don't think that.
You did talk to the municipal government.
A long time ago, yes.
They show no interest.
No.
So what's your plan? What's the next plan?
Well, our plan at this point, with the information we have, is that we'll be operating the airport for as long as it's economically viable. And today,
what do you mean have organized?
Today, well,
2 years or?
Well, minimum of 4 or 5 years. Yep, probably minimum 5 years once we go through a rezoning process that we are currently engaged in.
But the York region, like population keep growing, business more, maybe you get more business viable in the next 5 years, or?
We'll have to see that.
Wait and see, right?
Yes, wait and see.
Thank you.
Thank you.